Thomas playing Anderson, Dean Sutherland down at Skyx Gym. How are we doing today?
Good, mate, yourself?
Aye, not too bad, not too bad. Still making these journeys down on a Saturday?
Still twice a week and then on a Saturday. So, it's worth it, mate. Definitely worth it. The group of lads that we've got in training we get, it's massively worth it.
Obviously getting a little look at it, but obviously quite a hard one today.
It was a good one today. Basically just a burnout and then making sure your work's still good, which is that's exactly what you need, especially for bigger and later rounds, is exactly what you're looking for, is when you still get that fatigue that you can still dig deep and get that sharpness out.
It's obviously been a while since I've spoken to you, and obviously didn't catch your last fight where you picked up the title.
Yeah, that was the last time we spoke. Yeah, thanks very much.
How was that experience and just picking up that first belt as a professional boxer?
Was a brilliant fight, enjoyable fight to be involved in. Stuff that I could definitely have done better, but for my first time doing 8 rounds, an undefeated opponent, the same record as me, with a bigger amateur background, that realistically he was probably the favourite for the fight, to go in there and set a relentless pace from the first round to the last and show that for that 8 rounds, there was 8 rounds of constant fighting, that even the referee said we didn't hold once, he didn't have to sit and break once at all, which he said he's never had to done before. So it was a fire fight basically, really enjoyable fight, stuff to learn from, and then make sure that it doesn't happen like that again in the next fights.
Yeah. I think it was 78, 74?
78, 74, so I think it was 6 to 2. Yeah. It could have went 6 rounds to 2 or 5 rounds to 3. That's what
it was quite a few sort of tight rounds.
Yeah, it was tight rounds. I'd probably say that the rounds that I picked up extra when they were tight was basically that when he worked, I instantly came back and worked and threw 4, 5, 6 punches back, and then it was that break. So I think just that having that second, either like the first or the last set of punches, was winning the exchanges for him and picking up the tighter rounds.
Yeah. Obviously sort of spoke about it before, but I think it was chatted about that obviously the winner of that would go on to bigger and better things. Obviously you've recently secured a Commonwealth Eliminator.
Yeah.
Big belt. Is it just an Eliminator rather than a final Eliminator? Or
it's just an Eliminator. This would be Eliminator, get through that, then it's final Eliminator, okay. Get through that, then I get my shot.
Okay. We were sort of just chatting off camera, but no sort of opponent as of yet.
Nothing's confirmed yet. I've got 5th of October first. So that's one that I'm looking forward to get back out, get a bit of ring time under. Although it's technically classed as a warm-up fight, I've said to Sam I don't want just a German, somebody who's going to be a punch bag for a 6th round. I wanted somebody, we spoke about somebody that's maybe an ex-champion or somebody that's got a positive record, that I don't want to take step backs, I'm wanting to push forward. So even if it's a warm-up fight, I still want a proper fight.
Yeah, forgot you had the one on October the 5th. That's a very big risk, I guess, to take a tough opponent when you could potentially pick up an injury or something, like 6 weeks out.
But I could easily take an easy opponent and have a nice easy night's work and dance around the ring, but really I'm not learning anything from that. I want somebody that, if it is going to be a Commonwealth title eliminator, it's going to be against somebody that is going to be top quality, that will be Commonwealth title worthy. So I don't want an easy fight and then 5 weeks later have an extremely hard fight. I want something that's going to test me, that gets the best out of me, that they're going to bring it to me. The idea is hopefully finish it early, take as less punishment as possible, and then go for the 16th of November.
Obviously a bit of time for that. I think 8-9 weeks sort of out from that.
Yeah,
that one
from
in
the 16th,
November.
Yeah.
Obviously it's sort of on social media and stuff, and I think it's been sort of talked about for a while anyway. Like, I think you've not made it a secret that you quite like to face Stewart Burt at some point.
Definitely. I think just the fact that the way I've got Stewart Burt's got a Scottish title, I take that. Then if somebody pulls out a British title fight, they'll look at the area champions. Stewart Burt obviously hasn't fought very often. He's had like 3 fights since the start of 2018. So does he really want to push on with his career and look towards British title? I'm not sure. All I want is I win his title out of the way, so then I've got 2 routes to go towards Chris Jenkins, who's the British and Commonwealth champions now. So I've got the Commonwealth title route, and if I can go the British title route as well, it means more options for me and faster track to go to my end goal, basically.
Yeah. What's sort of the situation with that at the moment? Because I think from what they're saying, like Stewart, I think Joe Senior sort of said on Facebook, I think, that he would take the fight in a heartbeat, but the decision's down to him and his the manager and obviously Joe Senior as well. Is that sort of thing?
But me and Sam's already put 2 offers out to them, which a lot of people don't know, and it's been rejected twice. And it's only until I made it social media public and other people got on board and started questioning it, then he's came back with a reply saying, oh, I'll take the fight. So he takes the fight. If he doesn't take the fight, he's not going to stop me. I've got the Commonwealth title Eliminator, which is the bigger priority than a Scottish title. So if he doesn't take the fight, it's going to be probably a tougher opponent that I'm going to get than him for the Commonwealth title Eliminator. If it is Stewart, even better. It's a good domestic derby for a Scottish title and a push forward.
Yeah. Did they give you a reason at all for why they turned him down?
And I know that one of the offers was really good in his half, not so good on my half, and I was still willing to take it. And it didn't happen anyway. So we'll wait to see now. That it's down towards the managers now, because me's a fighter, and what Stewart said, he says he's up for the fight. I'm 100% up for the fight whenever. Just down to the managers whether they're going to find a deal.
Yeah. That tough or frustrating, sort of not being able to make that fight at the moment?
Not really, because my goal isn't to be a Scottish champion. My goal is to go to world level. So if I've got to miss out the Scottish level, which unfortunately is like the traditional route that a lot of folk go, but if I've got to miss out that because that's tied up, so be it. I'll push on to further things. I'll go for the British route, go faster up there. I'm higher up the rankings than that anyway, and I've got the Commonwealth title route. So either way, I'm pushing up the way.
Yeah. I'm guessing you're sort of, if that fight did ever come about, that you'd be confident that you would come out on top.
Oh, definitely. Realistically, to be fair, I think the best welterweights in Scotland is me and Martin Harkins. I think that's the bigger fight than me and Stewart Burt or Martin and Stewart. But Stewart's got that Scottish title that me and Martin doesn't have. So if either one of us has got to fight Stewart or Stewart doesn't fight any of us, that's not going to stop any of us in our careers.
Where do you think you sort of have the edge over Stewart if you were to fight?
I think activity was a massive thing. I think that I fought better opponents than Stewart has as well. I think he's only fought 1 opponent with a positive record, and I've fought 3 in 7 fights. I'll be younger, hungrier. He's a, like I said, I think the activity thing is the big thing. That he's been away from the ring for a long period of time, and I think just how much training I'm constantly from fight to fight basically, that I'm always in that zone and always ready for it. So I think that comes into play. I understand he's got a big amateur background, but so did Keane, and it didn't make a difference when it comes to the fight. And what you've done in the amateur career is completely different to what you do in the pros. I've got no amateur career. I think I've got like 4 or 5 fights, that's it, when I was 11 years old. But when it comes to it right now, if it's me and you in a ring, it's a professional game. What you've done before doesn't help you. It's me and you that's there, and whoever is best on the night comes out victorious.
Obviously you did mention Martin there. He picked up the Celtic title earlier on in the year, beating Ali Black. Is that another one that you've looked at, or is that sort of...
It's potentially there, but Martin's got the Celtic sort of route. It's not the kind of route that I wanted to go. It's kind of off course a wee bit what I've got envisioned, but I really think that Martin picks up a couple of names, I pick up a couple of names, then we'd probably be closer to fighting for each other for British sort of rankings. I think that's where it might come down to, but it just depends if the fight's going to happen. I like Martin, sparred with him a couple of times as well, but if it did come to it, then it's business basically.
Yeah.
But that fight could possibly happen in the future, it might not. We'll just need to wait and see how it plays out.
It's probably one of those ones, it's obviously a fight that's happening on the same date as yours, but Cash, Lee McGregor, that's sort of, obviously obviously this is putting a lot of drawing up a lot of conclusions and like things that happen, which obviously might not happen in the sport, but like could be a bigger fight sort of down the line.
Oh, exactly. It could be that, like just now with me having the BUI Celtic title and Martin having the BBBSE Celtic title, that maybe if I get that final eliminator for the Commonwealth title, then it might be something bigger that we can pull together in the future. But I think just now Martin's on his course, I'm on my course, and I really do think we will meet heads at some point in the career, but I just don't think it'll be in the near future.
Yeah. I tried looking at the Commonwealth site, I couldn't find too much on the eliminators at all. Was there another eliminator for your weight?
I don't actually know. I think it's because Sam Eggington had the Commonwealth title for a while, and he obviously moved up to super welterweight. So I think the Commonwealth Council were organising who they're basically wanting to go for it first, and Chris Jenkins obviously would fight with over in Ireland, Paddy Gallagher over in Ireland, yeah. So with him having that now, I think now they've got a clearer step that he's the champion, and then they're going to funnel their way to and who they're going to have for it.
Yeah, he's obviously British as well. So that obviously, I guess a lot depends on his future if he steps up and maybe vacates, or like there's a lot of stuff
the thing as well, Chris Jenkins, obviously he's prone to getting cut, so I think he's going to have like large periods of time inactive. So in that periods of inactivity, that's where I need to be getting these eliminators out of the way, battering through people, so when he does get the opportunity and he is fit to come back, that I'm right up the pecking order instead of waiting for him to come back, then start chasing him.
Yeah. Obviously that eliminator one, that's set in stone for November 18th.
Yeah.
It's good to be in your, well, not home city, but like close enough to really stay. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess just a sort of shame there's not really much you can do about it, but obviously on the same day as Cash and...
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It was actually supposed to be the week later in November, but there's the big Jerry Cinnamon concert at the new AACC, so they thought decent people would go to that, so they brought it the week forward, and then obviously the MPK show got announced, but it just means there's going to be a massive night for Scottish boxing.
That's sort of a lot of like stuff riding on those, and that's without the undercards and things for the
exactly.
which I'm assuming there's going to be.
Exactly, you're just looking at basically the main fighters going on both shows. It's going to be really good undercards.
I was chatting to Sean there, obviously you guys turned pro at the same time, but I think it's about a year.
Yeah.
We were saying
but I think it was June or something like that.
How have you found sort of the professional game and like obviously switching to boxing because you're obviously doing the kickboxing before?
Absolutely loved it. Loving the training, loving the style, loving the atmosphere in the gym, just picking up new things all the time, traveling different places for sparring. That's one thing that I really enjoyed, that instead of like just staying in your little niche with the same sparring partners. Is like I've travelled into Birmingham, travelled to Belfast, travelled down to London just to get these more experienced guys for the sparring. And that's only going to improve me, which didn't happen in kickboxing. You kind of like stayed to your wee niche and then only fought other people at competitions. But when it comes to sparring, there's such a big pool of folk going towards the same goal. So you've got connections all over the UK or elsewhere that you can travel for sparring.
I think it was London you were down.
Just like we sparring with Sam Antwi, very good. Then I was in Belfast sparring with Lewis Crocker, and I was down in Birmingham sparring with Ryan Kelly. So some good guys that I've been in with as well. I think that's just beneficial in my career.
Yeah. It's quite weird because obviously Lewis was penciled in to fight Martin, I think originally for the Celtic title. You're all sort of around the same like levels.
Yeah, we're all roughly in the same pool, so I thought it's just what matchmaking is getting done just now. So that's a very good fight, sharing the ring with both of them. That is a fire fight basically that comes down to really I think
it was January. I think it was originally penciled in for, but like I think Lewis pulled.
Yeah, Lewis had a wee injury and had a wee bit of inactivity, but I reckon that what I've heard from other people is that they're going to get the fight on now, and I think style-wise that's a standing trade and it's a firefight. I don't see that going the distance whatsoever. I really think it's basically who lands first, and take some momentum into it. I think that's a big thing. But it's a very, very good fight, something that I would definitely be keeping an eye on.
Who would you pick if you had to?
I think Martin's probably more active in the ring, but I really think that Crocker hits harder. So it would just depend on timing and stuff like that, who's had better preparations, who's done the weight and stuff like that. Because Martin's obviously made welterweight. I don't think Lewis Crocker's done welterweight as a professional. So all that takes into consideration. I think that game plans comes down to it as well, but I really couldn't say who would win it. It would be a shock that if I could predict right now who would win that fight. It's a very, very good fight.
Aye, good 50-50.
Yeah, exactly. Right down the front.
Have you got any tickets left? Obviously, I'm assuming you've got a few for the 18th one, but October?
Well, the October one, I think a lot more people, because they know I've got the November one up in Aberdeen, they're like, oh, I'll just be off for that one, which I totally understand. But I've got a decent little squad of folk coming down to Paisley for the Lagoon Centre, which I think that'll be a really, really good show. And I think that Monty versus Nathaniel is a very, very good fight, good tasty fight as well, and a clash of styles that I think that could be a proper fight, and I think Monty could take Nathaniel into deep waters, but with Monty training here, I've got to go with Monty. He's a lovely guy in Ahern as well, but so it's a really, really good show to be a part of there. But then obviously my big goal is the 16th of November. That's the one that I've got my eyes set on.
Good stuff. Obviously shout out to the sponsors.
Just a massive shout out to my sponsors again. Just without them I couldn't keep doing the travel that I do to different training and different sparring and my nutrition and stuff like that. Everything's just top notch, and as a professional it's went flawless so far working with sponsors that I've got, so hopefully just continue that.
Good stuff. Well listen, thanks for your time and best of luck, and hopefully catch you down.
Thank you very much, man. Cheers.